everyone, we're going to find the Taylor series of f of x equals cosine of x at a equals pi divided by 3. So we're looking at cosine of x, and we're using this formula here to determine our series. And we're going to have to crank out some derivatives to get there. So we're going to start with n at 0. So we're going to do f of pi divided by 3. And this is for equals cosine of x, evaluating at pi divided by 3. That equals 1/2. Then at 1, we take our first derivative, pi divided by 3, and that's going to equal negative sine of x at pi divided by 3. That's going to equal negative square root of 3 divided by 2. Then for 2, we have our second derivative at pi divided by 3, and that equals negative cosine of x evaluated at pi divided by 3. That equals negative 1/2. And then for n equals 3, we have our third derivative at pi divided by 3, and that's going to equal sine of x at pi divided by 3, which equals square root of 3 divided by 2. And then we have 4. That's our fourth derivative at pi divided by 3, which equals cosine of x evaluated at pi divided by 3, which is 1/2. Then it repeats. So we're going to expand this, but please note we're going to divide this up. At our odd powers, 1 and 3, and then 5, we have a square root of 3 divided by 2. 1 is negative, 1 is positive. At our even powers, 0, 2, and 4, we have 1/2 or negative 1/2. So when I expand this, I'm going to split them up by 1/2 and square root of 3 divided by 2. So first, let's just expand this, because I know this is hard to see. By the way, I have all my tables and everything on my Facebook page if you want to save any photos. So let's go ahead and write this out. So cosine of x equals f of pi divided by 3. And I'm just expanding it with what we have. Plus f prime of pi divided by 3 times x minus pi divided by 3. And then we have plus f double prime of pi divided by 3 divided by 2 factorial times x minus pi divided by 3. And this is going to be squared. And then we have plus our third derivative of pi divided by 3 divided by 3 factorial times x minus pi divided by 3 cubed. I can't make 3's apparently. Let's put this 3 better. And then plus our fourth derivative divided by 4 factorial of pi divided by 3 times x minus pi divided by 3 to the power of 4 plus, and it continues on. It's just going to repeat after that. Now, like I said before, our even numbers are going to be 1/2. So I'm going to pull out a 1/2 and write this as equals to 1/2, and just use the ones that were even. So that's 1 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial times x minus pi divided by 3 squared plus 1 divided by 4 factorial times x minus pi divided by 3, and this is to the fourth power, minus dot dot dot. Okay, then we had for square root of 3 divided by 2, that was going to be negative x minus pi divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 3 factorial times x minus square root of 3 divided minus pi divided by 3. Where am I? 1 factorial pi divided by 3 to the power of 3 minus dot dot dot. Okay, so this can be written as the sum. So I'm going to write this sum plus this sum. So this is going to be the sum, 1/2 for this first one. The sum n equals 0 to infinity. We have alternating signs of 1 divided by 2n factorial times x minus pi divided by 3 to the power of 2n. So that's our even powers. Then we had plus a square root of 3 divided by 2, and then you do the sum, n equals 0 to infinity. And remember, we have this negative here. We're starting with negative, so we're going to write this as negative 1 to, this should be to the nth power, to the n plus 1, and this is going to be 1 divided by all your odds. So this is 2n plus 1 factorial times, I'm going to just put it up here, x minus pi divided by 3 to the power of 2n plus 1. And that is your expansion. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.